Hello, welcome back. I love trying new skincare products. I am not brand loyal. I do have some go-to favorites from a variety of lines at every price point. However, the brand that has probably given me the most everyday go-to favorite staples is Dermatology. So I get super excited for their anniversary sale. 30% off site-wide, no code needed, April 1st through April 10th. So I thought it might be helpful to share some mini reviews of some of my favorites and some of my not so favorites from the line. Now they have a huge selection of products from pretty much every category, and I have not tried everything by a long shot. So please share some of your favorites, some of your not so favorites, so we can all learn from each other. As always, I will have timestamps, product links, discount codes, lots and lots of info in the show more description box below, as usual. And with that, let's get into it. A little about Dermatology. This is their 7-year anniversary, and each year they have launched more and more products. They now have a full range of products pretty much in every category. Dermatology is cruelty-free. Most, but not all, of their products are fragrance-free, and they do ship internationally. I am super grateful that Dermatology does send me occasional PR. This enables me to test products and review them for you. Having said that, if I fall in love with a product, it's on me to repurchase. And of course, I always use my own 20% discount code, which is always in the description box below. Anyway, I thought we would start out today's video with my top 3 most repurchased Dermatology products. My number 1 most repurchased product for sure is the Dermatology Peptide Night Cream. I have been using this for about the past 2 or 3 years. I love this not only because it is loaded with actives and humectants and moisturizers, 5 peptides, 3 ceramides, urea, allantoin, so many lovely ingredients, but also because it is so very flexible. It has a super rich emollient yet lightweight and fluffy texture that absorbs beautifully into the skin. Unfortunately, I cannot show you the texture because this is empty and I was holding off on reordering until the sale. Because it is not overly heavy or greasy or occlusive, I can use it as both a day cream or a PM cream. In fact, this is the only moisturizer I brought to India, and my daughter enjoyed it very much as well. I tend to use this as a day cream in the winter when my skin is extra dry. It works beautifully under makeup, and I tend to use it as a night cream in the warmer months when my skin is not quite so dry and I don't want or need a heavy occlusive night cream. Priced at about $46, don't quote me on that. 30% off brings it down to drugstore level, about what you would pay for Olay Regenerist. Love this. My filming yesterday was rudely interrupted by a thunderstorm which evolved rapidly into thunder snow. I woke up this morning to the beautiful sunshine reflecting off 6 inches of brand new snow on top of an already record-breaking year. How's that for an April Fool's joke? Anyway, let's get back to Dermatology. The top 3 actives that have had a permanent position in my daily skincare routine for the past 20 years that I feel have made the biggest impact on my skin are, of course, number 1, SPF, number 2, tretinoin, and number 3, a vitamin C serum, L-ascorbic acid. Now, 20 years ago when I first started using a vitamin C serum, the only thing we had available was SkinCeuticals, 15% C plus E plus ferulic acid. Super expensive. It is now well over $160. Thank goodness we have so many more affordable options available. I love the Dermatology 15% L-ascorbic acid plus E plus C plus ferulic acid, and the 30% discount brings this to a fraction of the cost of SkinCeuticals. It does have a very similar formulation to the SkinCeuticals, a nice, clear, watery serum. And this also has some extra hydrators like glycerin and what else? Glycerin and castor oil for hydration. It is fragrance free. I absolutely love it. Now keep in mind, L-ascorbic acid can be irritating for some people. I tend to alternate between the Dermatology 15% and the Timeless 20%. I tend to use the Timeless 20% in the summer when my skin is a little more resilient, and I love the Dermatology 15% in the winter when my skin is a little less tough. Also remember, L-ascorbic acid has a very short shelf life, so I'm really generous with it, and I always keep it in the refrigerator. Anyway, now is a great time to pick up the Dermatology Vitamin C Serum. It is a staple in my skincare routine. Speaking of vitamin C, Dermatology did send me their Vitamin C5 cream, which I have used, but I have not yet repurchased. It has 5 vitamin C derivatives, which are much more gentle for those that can't tolerate L-ascorbic acid. It has a lovely, lightweight, moisturizing base. Some people might be able to use this as a standalone, dual-purpose antioxidant moisturizer. I did use this when I was acclimating to hydroquinone and I didn't want to use the more potentially irritating L-ascorbic acid. I also used this for a little while after my laser, again, when I didn't want to risk irritation with L-ascorbic acid, but I still wanted the antioxidant protection. Please note, this is one of the few products that Dermatology did add fragrance to. It has a really light, pleasant scent. The fragrance is at the bottom of the list, but it is there. And my number 3 most repurchased Dermatology product is the Needleless Serum. This is their #1 best-selling product for very good reason. It is loaded with peptides, including copper peptides. It has some lovely ceramides and hydrators. It is a nice, clear, hydrating serum. It feels gorgeous on the skin. Now they say to use it twice a day. I tend to use it primarily as part of my evening skincare routine. Now, there is some controversy whether you can use copper peptides with tretinoin. I did ask my agency dermatology provider about this, and she said it's fine as long as you separate them, allow them to dry a little bit between applications, and or apply something in between them. So how I tend to use this is I apply this, wait 5 or 10 minutes, then go in with my agency Future formula. Anyway, I will be posting my updated spring-summer skincare routine sometime in May so you can see these products in action. Dermatology is very well known for their range of SPFs, and I love and use all of them as part of my SPF wardrobe. All their SPFs are fragrance-free, they all work great under makeup, and they are incredibly well priced, much less expensive than Color Science or Elta MD, for instance, and the 30% discount brings them to pretty much drugstore pricing. The Dermatology Broad Spectrum SPF 45 is a hybrid, meaning it has both mineral filters, zinc oxide, and the chemical filter octinoxonate. Yet, it does not sting my eyes. It has a really lightweight consistency, and once it's blended into the skin and given time to absorb, it leaves no white cast on my skin, but it might leave a faint cast on deeper skin tones. I also like to use this to mix in with the other Dermatology tinted SPFs that are just a little bit too deep for my winter skin tone. I am pretty sure that the Universal Tinted Moisturizer SPF 46 is one of Dermatology's top-selling SPFs. It is another hybrid, super lightweight, yet very, very moisturizing. Even so, I always use a standalone moisturizer on my super dry skin, but if your skin is a little less dry than mine, this might be all the moisturization you need. This gives the skin a beautiful glow, but never looks greasy. Now, the tint on this is just a tad deep for my pale winter skin, so today I used 2.5 pumps of the Universal mixed with 1.5 pumps of the Broad Spectrum, and that brought the tint down really beautifully. Now, I am not wearing any foundation. I do have concealer under my eyes and on my nose because I was out shoveling earlier, and nothing is going to cover that red nose other than concealer. But otherwise, I think it really gave my skin a really pretty finish. Of course, I have blush and that type of stuff on. Anyway, Love the Universal Tinted Moisturizer. It works great on my skin tone in the summer, and it pairs really well with the Broad Spectrum. Another bestseller is the Physical Tinted Moisturizer, SPF 44. This is 100% mineral and also really pretty on the skin. In fact, the ingredients, texture, and finish are very, very similar to the much more expensive Elta MD UV Elements. Some have even called it a dupe. Anyway, the tint on this is a little bit lighter than the Universal tint, and the coverage, and it has a little bit more coverage. I would call the Universal more of a sheer coverage, and the Physical more sheer to light. So here are some swatches. This is the Physical, and this is the Universal. So I feel like the Physical is just a little bit more neutral, and I think you can see a little bit more coverage, and that is the Universal. Anyway, they're both really lovely on the skin. The Physical does have more glow, which I really enjoy, especially in the deep of winter when I really need that protective feeling on my skin. But I have heard from some of you that you find the Physical a little bit too glowy, so it is a personal preference issue. However, if you have combo or oily skin, you might not really love the glow of the Physical. But like I said, all three of these SPFs have a permanent position in my SPF wardrobe. As we move into spring and summer, I'm really trying to focus on my much neglected body skin. A newer product I am loving and will definitely be repurchasing is the Dermatology Exfoliating Body Lotion. Oh my gosh, this is really smoothing out my skin. It has beautiful ingredients, 12% lactic acid, it has peptides, it has ceramides, it has oil, but it soaks into the skin without leaving a greasy feeling. Now this says to use twice a day. I've only been using it once a day. Lactic acid is a powerful active, and once a day is just right for me. If you have more sensitive skin, make sure you do a patch test because again, lactic acid is a powerful chemical exfoliant. But I have been loving what this is doing to my skin. I put it all over my body. I use it on my feet. I use it on my cuticles. Loving it. Will definitely repurchase. Speaking of lactic acid, I'm also really enjoying their foot cream. Now this also has lactic acid, but this is richer, more emollient, more occlusive. And my feet need all the help they can get. So I am using both the exfoliating body lotion and the foot cream on my feet. Another new product that I am enjoying is the new LA Refining Serum. This is an exfoliating serum that also brightens the skin. Star ingredients are lactic acid, mandelic acid, and licorice root. Now some say this is a dupe for the much more expensive Sunday Riley Good Jeans. I've never tried Sunday Riley, so I can't speak to that, but it is a very lightweight, silky consistency that absorbs beautifully into the skin. This is one of their products where they do have added fragrance, and just another reminder, always do a patch test, especially with exfoliants. Now the directions on this say that it can be used on a daily basis. I personally do not use chemical exfoliants on a daily basis. My preference for my very dry skin is to use a weekly or maybe a twice a week exfoliating treatment mask. However, on those weeks when my skin isn't feeling quite up to my more powerful exfoliating masks, I have pulled this out, or midweek if I feel like I need a little exfoliating boost. This does the trick. So I'm still trying to figure out where this fits into my skincare routine. I have a feeling I'm going to get more use out of this summer when my skin is a little bit more resilient. I do enjoy this and I do recommend it. I'm just not 100% sure yet if I will repurchase it. I have a long way to go before I use this up. We shall see. One of my favorite exfoliating treatment masks is the Dermatology Pumpkin Enzyme Mask. Now, I did give this a slightly negative review a year or so ago, but one of you pointed out I wasn't using it correctly. In the video, I talked about how I applied it to my skin, let it sit for 10 minutes, and rinsed off. When I actually read the ingredients, it said to massage into the skin until the warmth dissipates, leave it for 10 minutes, massage again, and rinse. The reason for that is it does have some little jojoba beads in it, and the massaging action breaks up those jojoba beads, hydrating the skin. So following the directions made all the difference. Go figure. I have two favorite eye products from Dermatology that I do not want to be without. First up is the Dermatology Advanced Eye Cream. You know, I am somebody who uses an eye cream every single morning about 15 or 20 minutes before applying my makeup. I think it's just super helpful to make sure my under eyes are extra hydrated and plumped. I do have a couple of eye creams I have rotated through over the years, but I think what sets this apart is not only how super lightweight it is, it just absorbs beautifully, but the ingredients. Beautiful ceramides, glycerin, hydrators, peptides, and vitamin K, which can, over time, help reduce the appearance of dark circles. Now, I have to be honest, this was sitting in my drawer for a while. My friend Kiki has been using it, and over time, she found significant reduction in her dark circles. So I have recommitted to this, and I am using it every single morning. Time will tell. The other eye product from Dermatology that I absolutely love are the Dermatology Brightening Eye Mask. These are super hydrating gel masks that also depuff. I do keep them in the refrigerator, so that helps, but the number one ingredient is caffeine. So not only do they have beautiful hydrators and emollients, the caffeine really helps depuff the eyes. Now, it comes in a jar of 60. They're very, very juicy. They are gel masks. They are so comfortable on the skin. I used them this morning. Now, I don't use these every day. These are just if I feel like I need extra hydration or extra depuffing, but I always want to have these on hand. These brightening gel masks are fantastic. The last two products I'm going to touch on very briefly. Now, these are not bad products, but for one reason or another, they just didn't work out for me. First up, again, not a bad product, is the Dermatology Pre-Cleanse Oil. Now, I don't have it anymore to show you. I can't remember if I decluttered it or if I gave it away. I wish I had it so I could sort of refresh my memory. But if I'm remembering correctly, the reason I personally didn't care for it is it didn't quite emulsify enough when I added water. And if I remember correctly, it did not rinse completely clean. It did leave a slight oily residue, which is no problem if you're doing a second cleanse. I really wish I still had it so I could refresh my memory, but I tried it, I didn't care for it, and I either decluttered it or gave it away. But if it's one of your favorites, please don't be offended. We are all different. The second product that I actually do enjoy, but it just doesn't really fit into my skincare routine, and I probably won't repurchase it, is the Dermatology Water Cream Moisturizer. This is a water-based, very lightweight, yet hydrating moisturizer that soaks completely and instantly into the skin. It is fragrance-free with no fancy actives, just nice hydrators and humectants such as glycerin, shea butter. It also includes antioxidants such as green tea and ginger root extract. The problem for me is it's just not quite rich enough for my super dry skin, but if you have more normal, combo, or oily skin, you might absolutely love this. So there you have it. Some favorites, some not so favorites, and my recommendations. And please share your favorites in the comment box. What have you tried? What has worked for you? What has not worked for you? So we can all learn from each other. And with that, have yourself a great day, a wonderful week, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care. Bye. It has a very rich emollient actual cost of 5 peptides, 3 ceramides. I was holding off to reorder for this sale. Oh, wow, that was a big one. Even Bosley heard that. Oh my gosh.